Do you resonate that Jesus said to his 12 followers because they were fishing and there was no fish, and they were starving, they needed their fish, and Jesus said, try on the other side of the boat. They said, but we already tried before, there was nothing. And the other said, it's okay, let's try, we'll follow his advice, we have nothing to lose. And they tried, and so much fish, they couldn't, they had to pull like the 12 beings, they pulled it, and there was so much fish. So I was just talking about that because I was thinking the fisherman is fishing and the fish is gonna be devoured by them. So probably if Jesus helped them like this, it means that in our own vibration and in our own perception, with our greatest love, at that moment, most probably, we all appreciate what we are doing. So there's no really right or wrong. As soon as we are ready to shift, we shift.
Yes, I do resonate fully.
The sprouted bread and the fish. If we see clearly, the fish on the yin-yang food, the white fish is the last yang food to let go, to become more central.
To be balanced. What about all these celebrations that are created to stuff ourselves with foods that we don't really need?
Are we gonna continue to celebrate when the world shifts? Probably something else, something much higher.
I think we have to celebrate every single day in a different way, though.
Yes. I think we are celebrating because we already are disconnected from humanity, and this celebration is what connects us again. Just like I said before, the human language is by food. The food is their own way of language to be able to communicate. That's why this celebration is to approach and communicate, to exchange. There will be some benefits, and I hope that there is every time there's a celebration, but most of the time is just to...
There's at least one good thing around Christmas, because everybody puts the star everywhere, the 5-pointed star, and the 5-pointed star is a symbol that opens portals to the higher dimensions.
Yes.
Very deep star, but if you open this portal with not the purest intentions, like not love, you will pull out your fears and your demons out of there. But because Christmas is a celebration, is probably the biggest celebration of the year, and what happens is we are all positive, we're all wishing each other happiness and health and love, and we get together, we charge ourselves, we love ourselves, and we actually pull out the best vibrations, the purest love from the higher dimensions.
Yes. And we discovered this star from the tree of healing,
Yeah.
the power of the sun, and the star is the strongest symbol. And symbols is, when we think about someone else, we always think with something else as well, with some color, with some feeling. This is the getting through to cross over and to do what we really love.
So if we imagine that we are celebrating all the time, then it will be supreme, because we will constantly be pulling out from the higher dimension this purest vibration.
Yes. The sea relaxes you so much.
Oh yes.
If you suffer from anxiety, try to come to the beach. or surround yourself with cold temperature, mostly from rivers and crystals.
If you don't have access to any of these,
Crystals.
yes, or just look at the sun. Look at this. It's just a dot now. But what a beautiful dot. No camera can actually represent the beauty of the sun when you are under it in the nature.
Something we figured out, very simple, but getting aware of it is another thing, is these stones. They are exactly the same as this. I was checking it
Yes.
in the a close-up, and they look extremely similar, the same. And I realized, for example, there's some black here, black. Oh, I have red here, red here, yellow. It's divine.
This is just the beginning of the journey, and the big stones are what comes after.
Yes,
This is how we grow, gradually.
we grow into this being. If you did not notice, I thought that stones, at least, I just thought in general stones all get smaller and smaller until they evaporate or whatever. But I forgot that crystals themselves, they grow. That's why there's now artificial crystals which they grow in laboratory, and they, so this being came from this. I know there's also other minerals that they become smaller and smaller, but these beings, they came from this. Is so nice. Supreme Being, Namaste. We wish you a Merry Christmas, a spiritual Merry Christmas. You can celebrate without shame, without guilt. You just need to follow your intuition. If your present perception is to eat whole foods, make yourself whole foods. If your present perception is to eat vegan, make yourself vegan food and eat along with your family, friends, whatever they want to eat, and they can eat the foods that you prepared. It's so divine. If you want to eat raw, just like we are gonna do, the most divine thing, we never did such a thing. Our last Christmas was vegan, cooked food vegan. No,
it was not.
It was not.
Because we did this experiment and we were eating fish.
Yes, and cheese. Not a lot, but there was some.
And then we had to extract ourselves.
This is the first time we are gonna have a raw
vegan dinner. And it's not just gonna be raw vegan. It's gonna be almost anti-nutrients free.
Yes.
We will try to avoid as much as possible all anti-nutrients.
In the ancient past, I used to say that anti-nutrients is already the extreme. Forget about that, but it's very dangerous. I made a video about joint pain, and I have a joint pain here and here. Now it's
look at his
mostly
knee.
gone.
He's supreme now.
Yes, supreme. I do like this. Or?
Me too. My knee.
Yes, we were all
Where's my knee?
swollen. I just have a little bit on the hands, and this is because of gluten, lectins, and tannins, and so on and so forth. Because they make holes in your intestine, and then they go to the bloodstream, and they get into the joints here and there, and then the humidity shows you how much you need to clean yourself. That's all. Supreme Being!
Supreme being.